Hello, hello. So today let's talk about what's really causing your daily spinal, that is back and neck pain. And it is more than just stress. Now, as an executive mom, you're probably no stranger to long hours at work, those long Zoom calls or juggling those calls, responding to messages, meetings, keeping your house running and looking after your little ones or your children. But if you are ending your days running around, but then, sorry, if you're ending your running around days with back and neck pain, that is tightness in your neck, soreness in your back, or those throbbing headaches, it's not just because you're busy. You might be dealing with something deeper and more fixable than you actually think. Sometimes when we have the neck pain and back pain, we tend to attribute it to our busy days, but what if there's something more? Um, and this is something that you can actually manage well if you follow these easy tips, really. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss how things you do in your everyday routine may be the cause of these aches and pains. And once you fix or tweak these things, you can actually manage your neck and back pain, that is your spinal pain, better. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain despite low energy levels and brain fog or mommy brain, or basically not being able to focus on the task at hand. Now, I do so by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, and tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Those of you who are familiar with adrenal fatigue know there are lots of symptoms, but the two that I had were low energy levels and lack of focus or the mummy brain. And when you have these two, it is very, very difficult to manage your aches and pains, um, leave alone managing your everyday busy schedule. Anyway, so I've been there, come out on the other side, and I hope that what I'm talking about helps you as well. All right, so let's get into the topic for today without taking more of your time because, hey, we're moms, we're busy people, right? So let's talk about what's really causing your daily spinal, that is back and neck pain, and is it more than just stress? Now, let's dive straight in. Now, what postures, such as a forward head posture or a technique, might be draining you? So, what exactly is this? Now, when your head tilts forward for hours over a laptop, phone, or tablet, like you might have seen people who are always looking in their phone like this. So, do you see how my neck has just gone down like this? Or if you I've seen sometimes when people are not just bending their heads forward, but they're actually poking their necks out when they are looking at a phone or they are focusing on a screen or reading a book, even watching television or a movie. So if you look at my earlobe here, it falls in line with my tip of my shoulder, right? So this is in line with my shoulder here. However, when I have a forward head posture and you draw a line from my earlobe, it falls in front of my shoulder. Now, this is known as a forward head posture or a tech neck or nerd neck. I mean, it's got a lot of synonyms, but forward head posture is the technical term for it. When you have this, what happens is because your head is forward in comparison to your body, in order to balance the weight of this head, you need to round your shoulders. So the moment you round your shoulders, you have this slouch posture, you have rounding in your mid back, and that travels down to your lower back as well. So that's about your forward head posture. Now, when you have this posture, your muscles have to work over time to hold it up. Like I said, you have to do all this poor postural adjustments in the rest of your spine. Over time, it creates creates a lot of stresses, a lot of physical stresses on your spine as well. Now, because you are starting to get into this poor posture, this postural collapse that you have, it makes your neck, shoulder, your mid back, or even your upper back muscles to stay in that constant state of tension because this is not natural for these muscles to be bent, to be lengthened like this, or the front muscles to be in this tightened or shortened position. Now, when you have all these issues, you might even compress some nerves or irritate the nerves in your back, and that can lead to more tingling, numbness, burning down in your arms, forearms, and hands. And you find that you have this persistent dull ache by the end of the day, or probably even middle of the day. Now, what you can do is you can set your screen at your eye level, rather 5 to 10 degrees below that eye level. I'll just show that to you. And take a moment every hour, try to gently roll your shoulders back and lengthen your spine. So basically a postural reset that you need to do every hour or so. Now, what I meant by adjusting the screen to your eye level is, suppose I'm holding my phone here, right? So this usually people are bending down like this, right? If I take a pencil, this will show you 0 degrees. Gosh, Zoom blurs it out, but anyway, so this is about 0 degrees from my eyes. If you put the top of your screen about 5 to 10 degrees below your eye level, so basically I'm looking into my phone here. So this is 0 degrees. So this is a straight line from my eyes. But if I tilt my head down slightly, this is a neutral position for my cervical spine. So I'm not doing this. This is a full 100% of a nod. All I'm doing is a 5 to 10% of this nod. This aligns your cervical spine in a neutral position, and therefore it helps you avoid that forward head posture and that postural collapse that we just spoke about. Now, I have written a blog on the same topic. It's also called What's Really Causing Your Daily Spinal Pain, and Is It More Than Just Stress? In that blog, I have a video which gives you tips to reduce your neck pain arising from forward head posture. So, apart from this tip of having the screen 5 to 10 degrees below your horizontal gaze, there are many other helpful tips there. You can have a look at that blog. That blog also has a lot of other things that I'll just talk about. And yes, of course, you can find the blog in the description of this video. If you're on Instagram, you can find it in the link in my bio. If you can't find it in either places, or really you're a busy mom, you can't be bothered to look for it, just message me or leave a comment below this video and I'll send it across to you. Anyway, moving on. So what happens when in your daily busy schedule, what happens is your nervous system is mostly in that overdrive. What do I mean by that? Your nervous system is wired to respond to stress. But when it is always in that go, go, go mode, it gets stuck in that stress mode and it cannot relax, right? So one side is your stress, physical and mental stress, and one side is relaxation. So your nervous system is always stuck on the stressful side. It's not able to move towards the relax or the relaxation side. Now, this causes a cascade of those physical symptoms like tight muscles, shallow breathing, and headaches that feel like there's no clear cause for it, but it actually is coming from that poor posture. Now, if you do not reset your nervous system, your body does not let go of that stress or the tension. So, what can you do? You can practice some breath work or grounding exercises midday or end of the day whenever you feel that stress is coming on just before that. Or I would recommend just do it like, how you take your medication 3 times a day. Just start your day midday and end your day with those breathing exercises or grounding exercises, even if it's just for 2 minutes, right? To shift your nervous system from that stressful side to the relaxed state, right? So this could be something as simple as just deep breathing. So you can just take a deep breath and out. Or if you want, you can do something called a box breathing. So what does that mean? Should be a square here. But so if, say, this was a box, you breathe in for a count of four, hold for a count of four, breathe out for four, and again hold before you start the cycle again. So I'll just show you this very quickly. So breathe in, four, hold, two, three, four, breathe out, three, four, and hold, two, three, four. And you carry on about 2 to 3 times, depending on how much time you have. See, these are really simple techniques, but they do work. Things don't have to be complicated for them to be effective. So try it out and see how you feel about it. It's better if you close your eyes so you're not distracted by what's happening around you. Now, remember, chronic tension doesn't come just from stress. Now, some people feel that stress is the only reason they feel tense. While it plays a role, your body's reaction to sitting in that poor posture all day also builds up that muscular tension that lingers on even when you go home and you feel that, okay, you're away from work, you're away from your office or your job, and you are now relaxed, but your body holds on to that tension because it has been in that tense state. It does not know how to let go. Similar to what we were talking about, the nervous system. Now, this unchecked tension can contribute to chronic neck pain, build up as a headache or a nerve pain, or even discomfort around your jaw and temple areas. Now, what you can do is start to integrate small mobility exercises into your daily routine to correct your posture. Of course, we're not talking about going to the gym and working out or taking out that big chunk of time to go and work out. I'm talking about small exercises that you can do sitting at your desk. So I have a free video guide on quick and easy desk-based exercises to avoid spinal and joint pain. Let me warn you, it's a very, very normal video that I shot sitting at my desk doing the exercises that takes you through mobility exercises, starting with your cervical spine, so your neck here at your hairline, down to your toes. Very, very simple exercises that take you hardly 2 to 3 minutes to complete. And of course, if you want to do the more number of repetitions or hold for a longer period of time, of course, you can stretch it to 5 to 10 minutes as well. You can do it at the comfort of your desk or in your house, wherever you'd like. So I have left that free video guide to those desk-based exercises in the blog that I was talking about. In case you missed it, I will drop the link to the blog in the description of this video. And if you're watching me on Instagram, you can find it in my bio. Can't find it, drop a comment, send me a message. I'll send it across to you. Alrighty, I hope this was useful. And if you have any comments, any questions for today's video, do drop them in the comments and I will address them for you. Alrighty, I'll see